The monsters of the Witcher universe have a strong inspiration in European mythology and medieval folklore. Both in the books and in the games, they are described in multiple ways, and categorized according to their origin, race, class, strengths, and weaknesses. Join me in this video saga to meet them all. Hi everyone, I am Humaya, and you are welcome to my channel. Remember to use the subtitles. The Alps, or Alpers, are members of a vampiric race which inhabits the lands of the northern kingdoms since the conjunction of the spheres. No other monster inspires so many myths and fallacies as the Alp. People believe that this vampire is able to turn into a black dog or a venomous toad, but this is pure nonsense. The truth is that they have the power to become a beautiful female humanoid, often an elf, and by this is the reason why they are commonly confused with succubi, believing them to be lecherous and inclined to seduce handsome young men. Folktales describe their charm and their beautiful seductive voices, as well as their loathing of virgins. What is true beyond any doubt is that they move noiselessly, attacking by surprise, rarely giving their victims as much as a chance to scream in terror. Alps are vampires that resemble Bruxy in appearance. They are called phantoms by some, a name which fits well enough, for like phantoms they haunt and torment men. They are most often found prowling near villages, attacking at night, and are most active when the moon is full. Alp saliva can make one fall asleep, and when applied to a sleeping man, can invoke horrible nightmares. Some suggest they are the cause of legends about men who go to sleep healthy and are found in the morning white as snow, not a drop of blood in their veins. In many ways, Alps are similar to two other species of intelligent vampires, Mulas and Bruxy, although seemingly less powerful than this. Silver used in form of weapons or chains, on the other hand, can hurt them, and so they tend to avoid this metal, as well as vampire oil. And, while resistant to sun along with Mulas, Bruxy, and higher vampires, they tan to almost black if affected by it too much. The Alps are considered higher vampires, and therefore they don't need blood to survive but are extremely addicted to it. Of all the higher vampires, Alps are the weakest when it comes to controlling their darkest urges. They lack the restraint and manipulative skills of the Bruxa or the cunning edge of the Katakan, making it very difficult for them to hide in the midst of civilization. To indulge in their addiction, Alps rely mostly on the poor judgment or social isolation of their prey, hunting lonely men, drunkards, or notorious perverts. The Alps are ambiguous vampires. They cannot bear to be too far away from humanity, as they need satisfy their addiction to blood, nor can they hide directly among men due to their lack of control. Thus, an Alp is reduced to sharing the same havens and lairs as lesser vampires, lurking between the world of men and that of beasts. Unlike lesser vampires, the Alps care about comfort and will build his lair accordingly, adorning it with furniture and accommodation, even art at some point. They are usually found in elven ruins, the house of the Queen of the Night, various crypts, swamp cemetery, lurking in caves, ruins, and abandoned houses, always near human settlements. They have pointed ears, similar to elves, and hands finished in long and dangerous claws. Despite this, they prefer to prey on sleeping people and creatures. In combat, Alps display supernatural speed and incredible stamina, even by vampire standards. One must aim one's sword with great precision, for Alps are unequaled in the art of evading blows. The Erden sign is recommended, as this weakens their defenses. Another strategy is to drink the black blood potion, for Alps suck the blood of their victims to deprive them of strength and regenerate their own powers. Unlike Bruxy, Alps cannot turn invisible, yet like these, they emit a shrieking noise whose shock wave can incapacitate. Their greatest asset is their agility, and they can leap with uncanny lightness that appears to border on the power of flight. When in human form, they easily blend in with the surrounding community, which makes them very dangerous indeed. If cornered, Alps are more than capable fighters, their natural magical abilities allowing them to easily stun and feed on prey. However, truth be told, the Alps always prefer to attack unconscious victims. They will sneak into the bedrooms at night, draining the sleeper's blood, and leave before dawn. The Alp will then return on subsequent nights to feed on the same victim again, until it is caught or the victim dies, whichever comes first. For some unknown reason, the Alps seem to develop a mystical connection with their sleeping victims, having a hard time letting them go. This weakness can be used against, as it makes their behavior somewhat predictable. In medieval Germanic mythology, the term Alp appears around the year 1000 AD in only a handful of languages, with Old High German being the most relevant. From this word derives the current English term elf. For the people of the Middle Ages, an Alp was a lesser god or demon of nature, equated with the fauns of classical mythology. This creature was mainly associated with nightmares, but also with sleep paralysis, diseases such as epilepsy, among others. So much so that the current German word for nightmare Albtrauk refers to these beings. Considered a creepy and ferocious being, the Alps of European folklore, unlike the vampires of the Witcher universe, were typically male and their female counterparts would be the Mara and Mart. Its victims are usually women whom it attacks during the night, controlling their dreams and creating horrible nightmares. The Albtrauk, or elf dream, occurs when an Alp straddles the sleeper's chest and grows heavier until the crushing weight awakens the terrified and breathless dreamer, who is unable to move. This may be one of the first explanations for sleep apnea and sleep paralysis, as well as night terrors. Unlike incubi, Alp sexual attacks are very rare, or there is no documentation of them. Alps began to be associated with vampires because they drink blood from the nipples of men and young children, although women are their preferred victims, as they like the taste of breast milk best. Like modern-day elves, goblins, and other woodland creatures, they show a penchant for mischief, such as souring milk, putting dirty diapers back on a baby, tangling hair in elf knots, chewing and twisting horses' tails, plus they will ride them to exhaustion at night and can sometimes crush to death smaller farm animals, such as geese, during a bout of pressure. Alp is best known for its shape-shifting abilities, similar to creatures from werewolf lore. He can transform into a cat, a pig, a dog, a snake, or a small white butterfly. In his classic form he always wears a hat, which gives Alp magical powers and the ability to become invisible while wearing it, as well as giving him an almost comical appearance. An Alp who has lost this hat will offer a large reward for its return. The Alp also possesses an evil eye whose gaze will inflict disease and misfortune. Removing or damaging this eye also removes the Alp's malicious intentions. If awoken by the Alp and finding him still there, one can address him by asking him to return in the morning to borrow something or have coffee. The Alp will dash away at once, arriving in the morning either in his true form or else in the form of a human with eyebrows that meet to receive his gifts. The creature can be convinced to leave the victim alone at this time, but the Alp will beg pitifully and at length not to be turned away. The Alp appears all but impossible to kill, and sometimes even after being turned away it may reappear years later in a worse mood. Remember to subscribe if you liked more beast lore by coming soon. Thanks for watching my video.